Hey guys, this is Zero Option here with a video after a long while that explains why in my channel update. Today I'm going to talk about Mistake. A lot of you guys PM'd me about this card and my thoughts on it. I'm going to do this video as a player who's played this game since The Legend of Blue Eyes. Took a break for a few years and came back in early 2012. This is going to be strictly objective analysis of why, in my opinion, this card is terribly designed, and it really has nothing to do with me being primarily a spellbook player. Because I actually like the other hate card Konami released, which is Riding Together. So firstly I'll go into card advantage. Mistake is very bad in this aspect in my opinion. Why? This is because it will be a +0 in activation. For example, if your opponent uses Spellbook of Secrets and you chain Mistake, then Spellbook of Secrets won't search for a new spellbook. This has already resulted in a +0 for the player playing Mistake. Mistake now becomes a problem because if the spellbook player later draws an MST, it will be a +0 for the player playing Mistake. Really think about it, the spellbook player will trade a Spellbook of Secrets and an MST for Mistake. People wind to draw not third being a minus because it can only be used after cards have been added. But Konami designed the card like that for a reason in my opinion. Konami seems to have forgot why they designed it like this, and it's because if a card is as powerful as Mistake is, it can't possibly be a plus if it's removed from the field. It has to at least be a minus because it's just so powerful. Instead, Konami should have simply created a normal trap version of Mistake similar to Trap Stun. So that's strike 1. Strike 2 is to do with skill and consistency. If you've watched my deck rating series, then you've noticed me saying that consistency is one of the most, if not the most important aspect of a deck. Consistency is what holds a deck together. The main thing which boosts consistency is deck search power. Cards like Rotor, Tenki, Spellbook of Secrets are an example of this. Reducing the luck aspect is synonymous to increasing the skill aspect because the two are diametrically opposed. There's absolutely no skill that can be displayed when you open with a dead hand. On the other hand, if you open with an absurdly good hand, you at least have to know how to play it. If you don't know that sort of like hieratic combo or how to set up with a deck like Spellbook, then it doesn't really matter how good you've drawn. Searches decrease the odds of opening with a dead hand and therefore increase the opportunity for players to display their skill by producing more live hands. Cards like Mistake restrict that and therefore restrict the skill aspect of the game. It is a terrible card for skillful Yu-Gi-Oh! So that's strike 2. The final strike is because of Konami's greed and ignorance. Creating a card that kills several decks just to get a dragons is stupid, because there are several other solutions that kill dragons while only hurting other decks, if even that. Near the end of last format, everyone thought the big dragons would be forbidden from being played together. This would have killed Dragon Ruler as a deck, while it would have maintained their individual influences in decks like Dragoonity and Mermails. This is the most optimal solution, and Konami must have known it. Why they chose not to do this is due to either their ignorance for believing in a solution that we can clearly see doesn't work, or in their greed in not wanting to kill off a big problem that could produce a large profit at the expense of competitive play for the players. Either way, one of these two things led to Mistake being created, and that is strike 3. So to summarise, Mistake is aptly named. It's a terrible card, and really in my opinion ban it and make a normal trap version, Konami.